Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Monday, February 2nd, the beginning of February. Let's see how the market looks. It's pretty red, I must say. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Here you go. That's the heat map. Yeah, it's pretty red, I must say that. And your SPY and Qs are down. There's your SPY right there. They are going to hit some support lines down here. At least your Qs are. Your SPY still looks like it wants to come down right there. And your Qs right there, like I said, are hitting a little bit of support. Let's see. They still look like they want to come down. So you got a far drop down here. They've been bouncing off of there as of lately. So let's see if we get a little bounce. I don't know if we'll see it today, possibly, but we'll see how the market wants to open up right there. And IWM is also down, and that's below that trend line right there. So that's what they look like. This VHUB was running around. I think we looked at it last night, but it's a brand new one. And that CISS we had mentioned the other day. There you go, Doge Mama 9, a big old run up this morning. So, and SXTC, that's a China small cap too. So keep an eye on that. YJ is also another China small cap running up there. EVTV, Envirotech vehicles trying to run around a little bit this morning. So there you go, a few that are running around. And let's look and see what the market looks like right here. How is everybody this morning in the beginning of February? It's cold as hell out there in New Jersey, and I'm sure where you guys are as well. Let's see what's going on here. Apple down a little bit. Not looking too bad, though. Amazon right there is also down. And Google wasn't looking too bad, but it's down this morning, and that could try to get bouncing off that trend line. It's getting set up, so we're seeing this little pullback right here, obviously, with crypto and everything. Meta pulling back after it ran up last week, and Microsoft was dipping down there and still pulling back a little bit at the moment. And then, of course, your NVIDIA right here, that was down a little bit. That was running up last week, not looking too bad, but is pulling back. And Tesla wasn't looking bad, and that's pulling back and looking pretty bad right there. So I would say your Mag 7 is pulling back. AMC, it's trying to do something, but it's not ready yet. And GameStop is up after last week's news. So there you go, a GME. You can keep an eye on that. I'm not sure if it's going to continue to run right there. I don't know. It could get knocked down after the news. It could be a sell-off, sell the event type of thing, and I'm sure people are already selling it, but it is up this morning, so keep an eye on that. GME right there. And Chewy, remember I was saying that thing was setting up and things were going on, and there you go. Chewy right there. Look at that bad boy down. And Unity over here. Let's see what Unity trying to bounce back up. I don't know if it's really ready. It did have a huge dip on Friday, so keep an eye on that. Maybe it could have a little bounce play there today. And Netflix in the basement, still trying to get set up. They're still waiting for this Warner Brothers deal to actually go through, I think, and see if they can even do it. AVGO, let's look at our semiconductors. They're down this morning. MU is down as well. And maybe that one likes to pull back and then rip, doesn't it, Sam? So we'll be keeping an eye on that. TSM right there pulling back a little bit at the moment. And then your SMCI was pulling back this morning. And they do have their earnings coming up, and that is tomorrow right there. So, and I think AMD is tomorrow as well, if I remember correctly. And there you go. They're tomorrow too. So there you go. SMCI and AMD earnings tomorrow. QCOM right here down a little bit. That's actually trying to curl up. And let's see what else is going on here. Snow right here. That's coming down. So we do have snow going down right there, and it looks like it's going to dip down. PayPal right here. That's pulling back a little. Intel, PayPal's earnings are coming up too. They are tomorrow as well. And then your Intel was down. Remember I said that one looked like it wanted to fall back down. It has some support right there, but I don't know if it's even going to hold up right there. So keep an eye on that. Dell pulling back with the rest of the market was looking pretty good, but pulling back. And now IBM right here. There it is. And that's trying to get set up off of that trend line right there. And Palantir right here. That one's been dipping down. So there we go. And let's see what's Sophie up to right here. Sophie just kind of pulling back at the moment. And my little guy's dropping marbles down the steps right now. I just hear I'm like, what is he doing up there? He's been like shooting marbles down the steps. Mara right here. You know, these guys are down, and that one, Riot and Clean Spark and MicroStrategy. These dudes are taking a beating this morning, with crypto taking a beating right there. Sam working on finding some green on a red day. You're not kidding. It's pretty red. Maybe we just put them down, I guess, huh? So yeah, here's strategy right here. Robinhood. And let's see what that's up to. And just kind of dipping like we thought it would. Coinbase, you know, that's going to be dipping good. And it certainly is getting into the basement. And Webull right here is into the basement. So that's not looking great either. And here is Space Virgin Galactic pulling back a little bit, bowing down a little bit right there. And DJT. Let's see what DJT is up to. It is pulling back right here. And hold on a sec. I gotta stop my little guy from shooting marbles down. Now, give me 1 second, everybody. All right, sorry guys. Holy cow, it was driving me nuts. It sounded like someone was coming through my floor. It was just completely distracting. Anyway, here you go. Nike right here. McDonald's. Let's see. That is up. I told you when the market's down, McDonald's likes to go. There you go, Sam. Disney wasn't too bad off its earnings, like we were talking about. They looked pretty good. They had earnings, aren't they, this morning? I think they had them already, or it's before the market opens, I believe. So Disney not looking bad right there. Cadence. So that's another good one too. So there you go. McDonald's and Disney, two of them that are up right now. Oxy's even pulling back. ExxonMobil down, and CVX is also down right now. Finally, so there you are with them guys. And DXYZ is also pulled back a little bit. So I would say the market not looking too great, that's for sure. Let's look at our gold and silver, Luis Rodriguez, and see what they're up to. Silver, not too bad. And let's see, gold right here is down. It's touching some support down there. And let's see what our silver's doing. It probably looks very similar. It don't have your support line. You have your 50 down here at 67. It's at 74. Let me see. I was going to say it looks like it could pull back at the moment, but obviously, as the market opens, it could turn around. So we'll be watching that in the Discord, of course. But it does look like it could have a little more pullback right here. It's not really necessarily set up and ready to get rocking and rolling. That's for sure. And that's gold right there. We forgot to do our Jolie's Jams last night. Rhythm right here. That's just kind of hanging out. Blink. That's down a little bit. And Sezzle. Let's see. This one was trying to get setting up right here, and it is pulling back at the moment. So, yeah, that market is definitely pulling back right now. Sterling down, and Rivian is also down. That's way down there. That's trying to get set up. That should be a good one relatively soon. And Symbiotic right here still down. So, there you go with a few of them. And let's see, what else were we looking at? UNG is also down, way down there. And Boyle is way down as well. Thought they were going to be looking good. And then they got that resistance up here as well and couldn't go through. They just came straight bouncing off of it and came down. So there you go with them guys. And Adobe right here. Where is it? Oh, ADBE. What is it? Yeah, that's a ADBE. That is trying to get set up right here, guys. I would say Adobe could be a good one going forward right here. I think that tries to get moving. Tesla was obviously down, and they had the news. What was the news? Oh yeah, with they had news. Well, this morning they had news, but also that lawsuit news they had yesterday. So Qs are down right there. We'll have to see how much further they want to dip down, obviously. And that Deckers right here is also down. That was running up. CAG right here wasn't looking too bad. It's up a penny. There you go. And so one of the few ones that's up a penny right there. And Pfizer's up a little bit. Laptop travel, not looking too bad. How about Home Depot and Lowe's? Not too bad. They're just kind of hanging out. They look like they're trying to set back up, though, to run back up. And that play right here, Dave and Buster's just flat, but it was touching down off of that support line. And CXAI, that one's just kind of hanging out. All the AI ones that had AI in the name were running last week. Here's that CDTG. That one was looking good. And Future Faraday, they're not even moving. It's kind of weird when you don't see the penny stocks moving in the morning. But Buru right here was down a little bit. Did see that one. So there you go with that. And watch that DZZ right here. That's that short, that gold double short ETN. And it does have an interesting look right there. It does look like this could pull back, which means that gold could run up. I mean, it has that run up and then pull back look. It looks like I think it tries to bounce off this top area is what it looks like at the moment anyway. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. Let's see what else is going on here. And let me see what else is happening over here. Let's take a quick look. SXTC, like I said, that's a China small cap. That was running up a little bit this morning. I remember that ran up pretty big the other day. ZSL, that's that short for silver. You can keep an eye on that. And the CISS is a good one right there that we talked about. DKI right here is running up. Look at that. Dark ears. We talked about it last night. Was it already running yesterday? I don't even remember, to be completely honest with you. But no, it's running up today, huh? There you go. We were just talking about this. Remember, I said it looked like Icarius or something, or Kidicarius. It's a electronic gaming one, and that XTKG right there up a little bit more this morning. Look at that thing. That thing's been running around pretty good. Here's KXIN. That's a China auto and truck dealership one. That's way down this morning. Here's that PAVs. And let's see what that's doing. That's just kind of hanging out. It's up a little bit, but it's been way down there. GLL's been running up. That's a gold and ETF. And OCG right here is running up this morning. Look at that bad boy. That recently reverse split. And let's see what else is going on. Nothing real crazy. This one already ran up right there. So nothing really grabbing my attention. Here's some unusual volume over here. And we'll see if there's anything happening. That SWVL, like I said, already ran up. YJ, CISS, DKIs, and a bunch of them that we looked at. To see Long Power Holdings was running up last week as well. It was just running around. Came down this morning. It looks like PHOE was running up Friday big and then pulling back a lot this morning. I would say down $89. So I'd say that's down pretty good right there. Let's see what else is going on. You like that KXIN consistency spike right here? That's a like I said, a China auto dealership, Chuckin auto dealership. It's way down there. We can watch for it to try to get set up right here after the big dip. That's what I always look for anyway. So let's look. It'll start to curl. Might take this week to try to do it, or at least a day or two. I'll look at that today. KXIN. Let me jot it down over here. Oh, yeah, we had a couple other ones we wanted to look at this morning as well. Let's take a quick look. And one was a small cap China one. Maybe it's looking pretty good right here. The CPOP. And it is up a little bit. That's not looking too bad right there. CISO. I know Doge Mama was inquiring this one, and it is just kind of flat, just hanging out. And Disney does have its earnings and was looking good right there. So there you go with that one. Let's see. USAR up. Oh, wow. Look at USAR trying to bounce back up there. Whoop, there's that university. That's a Universal Safety Products. That's the one Michael Anthony likes. Here's your UUUU, and it's trying to bounce back up as well. Interesting right there for these metal ones, ASPI. So maybe these are trying to run back up. What's ASTS doing? That's not too bad. So maybe some of the Galaxy's going to get smashed probably because of crypto. ONDS, not too bad. These ones were dipping down. Maybe we see a little rotation real quick. Oclo coming down, though. And what is Critical Metals doing? That is up this morning. So interesting right there. A little bit of a rotation. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as well, Sam. There's Cracker Barrel right there. And our Boyle is way down, like I said. And Gush is also down right there. So what's that Galt doing? This thing's trying to get set up. It's just taking its good old time. You know it's going to run. It's just going to take a little while to get set up right there. And let's see what else. Core Weave, that was pulling back. It's still pulling back right there. So there we are with them. And USAR, the strongest setup in the Earth Mineral Group right there. I'd agree. And that is the one that you're probably going to want to look at. It does look like it wants to roll off that MACD right there. Larry, how are you this morning? Tesla 421, giving back most of its gains from Friday. It certainly is. And Disney's revenue was up on positive earnings. So remember, Disney was looking good. I said it last night. I said the earnings, I have it written down. I told you it was looking pretty good right there. And it did run off of its earnings. Now, whether it continues to run today, it could get sold off this morning. But it did look good going in, and a lot of them look like they're coming down, like Intel and all these guys. But that does have a good support underneath of it. Well, yeah, the market just in general looks like it could pull back. And at the same time, look at them all. They almost look like they want to bounce back up. We know MU loves to bounce. Look at this thing, just bouncing right back up right here. It's an interesting market, that's for sure. Let's look at our SPY and Qs and see what they're down right now. SPY is down and look at that. Look, it looks like it wants to try to run back up, but at the same time, it still looks like it wants to come back down. It's a crazy look, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it looks like it's trying to bounce, but then it looks like it wants to dip pretty hard right there. We'll have to see what happens as the market opens up here. Here's your Qs sitting on a support line that generally bounces off of, Sam. So it is interesting look right there this morning. And then when you look at it here, they're under the 50 and they look like they want to continue to come down. If it didn't have this support line, you would consider it coming down right there, but it looks like it's trying to hold itself, but it doesn't look like it's real steady at the moment on there. And that's what I do. I like to go back and forth and try to look at the two charts and see what's going on, compare them a little bit. And that's like a weird comparison to me. When I look at that, I go, I don't know, something weird is going on right there. That's what I say. And so something weird is going on right there, guys. TSN is Tyson. Whoa, look at that one. Also up on earnings. Michael Anthony was giving this one out yesterday. He gave out a couple of these guys. Wasn't Tyson on the list? I don't remember, but I do remember giving out some food product ones. And not sure if TSN was on that list yesterday. Let's see what his are doing. ABEO not doing anything today. Delo down some more right there. That could be bottoming out. That uranium one is trying to bounce back up, so maybe uranium's going to look a little better. That Tiger dipping down a little more. I thought it would be, and here's your LW pulling back some. So there you go with them guys. And let's see what else is going on here. Mag 7 down. Oracle up a little bit this morning. Let's see what it looks like. And there you go. Oracle looking a lot better. We were probably a little early last week, I would say. So it is trying to set up right there. And it's details. It's 2026, $45 to $50 billion Oracle cloud infrastructure expansion financing something. So there you go with Oracle. And let's see what else is going on over here. So yeah, USAR not looking too bad right there, I must say. Lucid down a little bit. That's trying to do something there, Luis Rodriguez. Let me look at Lucid over here and see what it is trying to do. It's trying to get moving. It's just taking its good old time. UNH right here. These guys could get set up. Keep an eye on healthcare. They got beaten down pretty good, and we'll see if they do want to get set up right here. Here's Oscar. It's down a little bit, and MOH is also down, so we'll be watching them. How about that Rocket Mortgage right down? Zach, that could be a good spot right there. The Big Bear. How's that one? And we'll try to do our real reveal one day, either today, one day this week. We'll definitely do it, Luis Rodriguez. I just got to get all the information together and get it all set up, and we'll definitely do that. Our Michael Anthony ETF, so and we'll get that together. But Big Bear right here, pulling back, not looking too bad off of this trend line, so maybe that'll be a good one right there, Larry. And let's see, BBAI. Yeah, I mean, look at it, nice dip, and I think these could be good dip and rip situations. I do think your SPY could bounce back up. As a matter of fact, it looks like it has a weird look. I'm not going to lie, but just based off the cues, it look like they want to bounce here. I'll say that the SPY would like to bounce too, but we have to look at it in the open. They could pull back, obviously, as it's running up right here. You could have it run up in the morning and then come right back down as the market opens right there, Sam and everybody. So we'll have to be keeping an eye on it, see exactly what they want to do and what the market wants to do. But that's what it looks like at the moment. It's pretty red. Let's look at our crypto. That's a calendar. Well, we can look at, I didn't know that's how you got to the calendar right there. I always look for it over here. I'm always like, which one is it? And it's, of course, it's this yellow one right here. But here you go. Here's your economic calendar for this week. If you want to see what's going on, anything crazy, I don't see anything today or Tuesday. Wednesday, the mortgage stuff. And let's see, nothing real crazy there. Thursday, initial jobs claim. So that's usually something decent. And then let's see, Friday, you have payrolls and some other stuff right there. So anyway, that is what our calendar looks like right there. What was I even going for? Crypto. I just clicked on calendar. Crypto. Whoa, look at that. It's a lot more green than last night, but I wouldn't say it's really looking great. It took a huge dip and now it's in the basement. It is trying to bounce back up a little bit, and we'll see. Maybe it stays in the basement. Maybe it gets right back out, and that dip was the bottom right there. I mean, that's a huge dip at 77K. So it could be a great opportunity right there, obviously, for all of crypto. You can see Ethereum right here. And that one, they all look exactly the same because they all took a huge dip yesterday right to the basement. So maybe they will try to pop out and get moving here. So maybe the market is trying to get turned around a little bit. We'll see how it looks as it opens up. What's to say? Wash fallout, tech earnings, and job report highlight week ahead. So there we are. And the slump in commodities rattle the global markets. And Europe just started building a kill switch for U.S. tech, and the market isn't priced for it, says this strategist. And stock market today, NASDAQ futures fall, oil prices drop, stocks fall as plunging metals fan global sell-off right there. And I'm guessing that's probably your gold and your silver right here as they are. But again, they do have a good support under there, but they still could dip down some more. So Google earnings are Wednesday. That's going to be big right there. They look like they're going to be good going in. Luis Rodriguez, just the setup looks pretty good. So that is what we have this morning, everybody. I would say that's what the market looks like. Oracle Palantir up a little bit, and your Mag 7 definitely down, SPY down, Q's down, crypto down. And we'll see what's going on. I mean, crypto's up a little from last night, but let's figure it's way down right now. And no problem, Luis Rodriguez. Thank you. And thank you, Larry and Cadence and Doge Mama 9. Consistency spikes and laptop travel. Robin's probably driving off to work. Hope you're driving safe this morning. And Sam, of course, I'll see you in the Discord, and everybody else, Joseph Levy and everybody. So you guys enjoy your day. It's a Monday, the first trading day of February, and let's see if we can get the market. Well, you know what? We'll take advantage of whatever opportunities are out there. Obviously, we always do in the Discord. So we'll be looking to see what is popping, what looks good. We'll be keeping an eye, and if putting it on the market is what looks good, Larry, that's what we're gonna have to do right here today. But again, let's play it as it opens up. It's kind of a little it's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. That SPY looks strange right there. It has that support. It looks like it wants to come down. It looks like it wants to go up, but that looks like it all wants to come down. That's a weird look to me. And then your Q's right here. That looks like it wants to bounce, but that looks like they want to come down. So that's a weird look as well. So I have to see how these guys react as the morning opens, everybody. And I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord. Obviously, I'll be on around 9:15 for the live trading with Ben. And then we'll be on there live trading, like I said, until about 10:30, maybe even a little longer. And we'll see how the market's going to react right here. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. And if you have any questions, shoot me a message on X. I respond to everybody, and all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to follow along, hit the like button on your way out of here, and trade smart and lock in those profits today. Goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody.